Put out, we got our website that we post notices and we post information of what's going on. We actually spend time on the floor talking to the members. We do work on shift. All of our executive do work in the plant. So that really connects with the membership, seeing the executive on the floor and working with them.
At 7656, what we do to connect with our members is we ensure every day that we're available. Our executive is out on the floor talking all the time. We ensure that at least one of us comes in early to work at around 6 in the morning so we can greet workers at the gate and ask them, to have a safe day. The other thing we've done is we've gotten big into t-shirts, hats, toques, jackets that all state USW Local 7656 on them. And we have found that this has brought a lot more pride into our local. You see these t-shirts now being worn instead of company t-shirts.
Well, I'm a talker. I'm always available. Everybody knows where I am and what I'm doing. And one of the things that I try to do when I talk to the other members is to try to stay neutral, don't get excited, and don't jump the gun.
Well, to connect with members that work at our location, since it's a fly-in camp, try to get the information out there in poster form, hand out some bulletins to members, and try to inform them when they come to our local meetings once a week.
I try to communicate with them at the plant site in the lunchrooms, and whichever way I can communicate with them by phone, or whichever way, if we can hold a meeting somewhere, or coffee shop, wherever we can, that's how I keep in touch with my membership.
Oh, communication's key, and especially follow-up for the local unions. They need to follow up. That is so important to get back to the members, is to follow up. They need to hear back from us.
As plant chair, I try to take the time to go around and talk to the different guys on the different crews to hear grievances and share with them information from the union. And I also try to make sure that my plant committee is made up of guys that work the different shifts and different crews, so that way we have all areas covered.
Well, I have been trying to update our bulletin boards to pass on information to people. When people ask questions, I try to get the answers if I don't have the answers, and just constantly trying to get information out, and which includes taking information to coffee rooms, in general. And then the bulletin board I found to be a very useful tool.
Well, I try to find out the issues that affect them and how we can fix their issues. A lot of the issues are smaller issues that our HR just doesn't deal with, and by us effectively contacting our HR and dealing with those issues, we get a member who's on our side. So that's one of the best things that I find.
One of the things we're doing to connect with workers in our local is we're sending out flyers, and we're going around to the units and notifying them that we have meetings and we would like to have them there. And there's issues that we need to discuss with them. Usually we'll put that on a poster, and that will sometimes get them out to the local a lot quicker.
Developed a plant website within our sub-local. That all information that comes out of our plant is broadcast on the website. Union meeting notes, grievance wins, contract bargaining updates, that sort of thing. We've also developed a Facebook page, an email list, which is traditional. It's been around for a long time, but more recently an email or a Facebook page, and even recently the discussions of using Twitter.
We have a local Facebook for our CAT team, our communications team. I try to talk to a lot of the members, see if there's any issues, any problems. A lot of stuff with our women's committee, we try to get involved in the community. Different ways to communicate. We send out mass texts for membership meetings, try to get new people out to our steward meetings and our safety and health meetings.
On a personal level, we live in a media oriented world, and I think Facebook is one of the biggest things going right now. So that's how I've actually networked myself with the local members, putting them on my Facebook and allowing them actually access to me actually on a personal level with union related questions and other sorts of things. Through that media, what I've also done is I've actually incorporated the current things that our local 424 is doing by operating a website, which is the local steelworkers website, and then also through emails and such VS like that.
We communicate with members via conference calls. Executive board meetings are held via conference calls. And we have a dedicated line for activists. Every so often we invite our members to phone into a central number, and we are all on the line at the same time.
Every time I do a class, I ask people there to say one good thing about their union, just once a week. And I think that makes us feel better about what we're doing.
Our members are also the people that are coaching the hockey teams, the ball teams, the soccer teams, and we've got to make sure that not only our members know this, but the public knows this. And another thing we'd like to see happen in this area is we're trying to coordinate so that we can get billboards put up around the city outside of the potash mines that will say, "Welcome to Steel Country," and list the locals that are in the area so that people know that it's the United Steelworkers looking after us and the ones who are very active in the community.
We want to have more of a presence within the community, especially since the downturn in the economy. It's been tough to do traditional methods, advertise. Obviously, that's been cut back. We'd like to do more of that. I'd like to do a little bit of throwback sponsorship to your local baseball team, sponsorship to your local hockey teams. We used to do that when I was a kid. I used to play for the local United Steelworkers hockey team.
I like to see, just being on the computer a lot, I like to see the website updated more often. A lot of times there's, say, highlights from conventions, from education, training that's going on.
Coming to these conferences and any of the classes, the schools that are put on, I wish that everybody could somehow participate in them. Maybe a suggestion was made that utilize the age of technology to get this to people, maybe through Facebook, through I don't know, their iPods, whatever it is.
We should be embracing the info age, technology, and trying to bridge the generation gap. There's a big rift between blue collar and white collar, and I've been so empowered by this weekend. I'd love to bring it back with me. And
Things are organized around campaigns, that if we could log on to even the website and ask for more information, give an opinion of what we think is happening, what we think should be happening more. I think if we have a web connect, that would bring us together a little bit better.
I'd really like to see more conventions. Stuff like this weekend. This week is awesome. Networking with people, meeting people, getting to hear other people's sides of the stories, and soaking up information all together.
I think the union should have everybody's email address on board. Doesn't matter the guys involved or not. Once they start getting the email, it's natural the people start listening, the people start seeing, and they start asking the questions.
I think the union could probably focus a little bit more on these social medias right now. I know we currently use the website, but to follow something like Facebook and maybe become more of an active, take more of an active role in Facebook to reach the rest of the media or the rest of the members, I think that would be a very positive and effective way of getting the message out.
Some of these same concepts that we've adopted in the local union can be adopted within District 3 as well. Most of our members now have access to internet, and things like putting messages from the district director on on the websites. Things like communicating electronically with activists throughout the local union. The advantage of that, quite frankly, is everybody gets the same message at the same time.
Get more stuff out, I guess, for us as an executive to post up at the work site. What's going on in the district? What health and safety issues? Health and safety is a big one. Everybody's interested in health and safety. You can't find one person out there that says, I'm not interested in safety, I'm not interested in my health.
We just have to do more. We have to look outside the box. We have to be involved in their community events. We need to be involved where they're at when they're not at work, too. And they have to know that we're all in this together. There's an old saying, I am the union and so are you. And I think we need to remind members of that and give them a sense that they're really important, and they are. They're what keeps us running.